told your friend you're not
Welcome to an exhilarating journey through the world of music that spans decades, from its initial release by the Dutch band Shocking Blue in 1969, to the electrifying reinterpretation by the British pop group Bananarama in 1986. Venus has captured the hearts of millions of fans around the world. But what makes this song so special? How has it stood the test of time and continues to enchant generations today? And what's your favorite version? Get ready to uncover the fascinating story of the band that shook the music scene.
She's got it, yeah baby, she's got it. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, at your desire.
Shocking Blue was a Dutch rock band formed in The Hague in 1967 by the Motions guitarist, Robbie van Leeuwen. Other members of the group at that time were Fred de Wilde, Clash van der Wal, Cor van der Beek. A year after the band's formation in 1968, vocalist Fred de Wilde was forced to leave the band due to his enlistment in the Dutch army, making it difficult for him to continue with the group. During a party in the city, the band members were invited to attend and had the pleasure of meeting a charming 21-year-old girl who stood out with her singing and lively presence. Not only was she stunning and had an exotic appearance, with Hungarian gypsy roots, but she also possessed a powerful and harmonious voice. She performed artistically under the name Mariska Veres, but her real name was Maria Elizabeth Ender. Enchanted by Mariska, the band's manager approached her after her performance, and after a long conversation, he managed to convince her to join the band. Thus, the band initially consisted of 5 members, but when Fred was called up by the army, he decided to leave the group for good. Consequently, Mariska became the sole vocalist in 1969, alongside guitarist Robbie. During his leisure time listening to old records, Robbie came across a song he really liked called Banjo Song by the American trio The Big Three, composed of 2 men and a woman named Ella Naomi Cohen, who later became famous as Cass Elliot of the group The Mamas and the Papas.
Oh, oh, Susanna, on to Louisiana with a V-A-N-J-O on my knee.
Using the melody of the song, Robbie composed new lyrics inspired by the goddess of love, Venus. In 1969, this new song propelled the band to another level worldwide after its release in the Netherlands, reaching the 13th spot on the charts. A few months later, it was also released in the United States and reached position 77 on the Billboard in December of the same year. Like a magic trick, the song rapidly climbed the charts and reached number 1 2 months later in February 1970, earning the band a gold record awarded by the Recording Industry Association of America. The success was also achieved in 9 other countries, reaching number 1 in Australia, Belgium, Canada, France, Italy, New Zealand, South Africa, Spain, and Switzerland. Shocking Blue became known for the song Venus, but the band managed to achieve other big hits such as Send Me a Postcard in late 1968 and Long and Lonesome Road in 1969.
Send me a postcard, darling, send me a postcard now.
Mighty Joe in 1969 and Never Marry a Railroad Man in 1970, the latter of which became one of the top 10 hits in various countries around the world, both selling over 1 million records.
Did you hear about Mighty Joe? Did you hear about Mighty Joe? Never marry a railroad man, his father's head is mute.
Subsequent songs found success in Europe, Latin America, and Asia, including Hello Darkness, Demon Lover, 1970, Shocking You, Blossom Lady, and Out of Sight, Out of Mind, 1971, Inkpot, Rock in the Sea, Eve in the Apple, 1972, and Oh Lord, 1973, but they failed to chart in the US or the UK. Despite selling over 13 million records worldwide and creating high-quality music, the band was unable to avoid its demise in 1973. Robbie Van Laylen, the creator of Venus, frustrated with the group's lack of success, made the decision to leave. The remaining members attempted to carry on, but a year later, in 1974, the band disbanded for good. Mariska Veres pursued a solo career but unfortunately passed away in 2006 at the age of 59 due to cancer. Currently, only one member of the band remains alive, the founder and composer of their greatest triumph, Robbie. After 17 years since its original release, Venus once again topped the charts around the world when performed by an English girl group called Bananarama, bringing a new version of the song. In September 1980, the trio Bananarama was formed when childhood friends Sarah Dallin and Karen Woodward moved from Bristol to London and met Siobhan Fahey. Sarah and Siobhan attended school together, and Karen worked at the BBC in Portland Place. Sarah and Karen were living at the YWCA and were about to become homeless until Paul Cook, after meeting them at a club, offered them a place to live above the former rehearsal room of the Sex Pistols, of which he was the drummer at the time. They derived their name partly from the English band Roxy Music's song Pyjamarama, of which Sarah was a fan. As for the name Banana, they found it cool to combine it with something tropical and different from what was being done at the time, thus becoming Bananarama. In 1981, the group Bananarama recorded their first demo, a Hawaiian version of Black Blood titled Aiai Moana, sung in Swahili, the first language on the East Coast and islands of Africa. The demo was heard by Demon Records, which subsequently offered Bananarama their first contract. The girl group achieved their first major success in 1982 with the song Shy Boy, which became the band's third consecutive single to reach the top 5, reaching number 4 on the UK singles chart. The song It Ain't What You Do, It's the Way That You Do It, was recorded by the English band Fun Boy 3 and the Bananarama Girls, reaching number 4 on the UK charts. In 1983, they also reached the 5th position in the UK with the song Na Na Hey Hey Kiss Him Goodbye, but it only achieved modest success in the United States, number 101 on the Billboard, at the end of that year. In early 1984, their song Cruel Summer, which had reached the 4th position in the UK, became their first success in the United States and was included in the soundtrack of the movie The Karate Kid, reaching the 9th position on the Billboard Hot 100 in the US. Since the moment the Bananarama Girls first got together to sing the song Venus by the group Shocking Blue, it had been part of their repertoire, although they had never professionally recorded it. So, in 1986, they decided to include it on their third album, True Confessions. Despite objections from their managers and record label, they insisted and managed to release the project, which turned out to be a huge success for them. Their version of Venus became the biggest hit of their career and one of the most memorable songs of the 80s. The song reached number 1 on the Billboard chart in the United States and also topped the charts in countries such as New Zealand, Finland, Australia, Switzerland, and South Africa. Additionally, it reached the 2nd position in Germany and entered the top 10 in the UK, Sweden, Norway, Belgium, the Netherlands, Canada, France, and Spain. The composition was featured in various movies, TV shows, and commercials. This beautiful song has captured audiences around the world since its release in 1969. Even though the versions by Shocking Blue and Bananarama were the most successful in terms of sales, the song has also been performed by numerous artists, including a very popular Spanish adaptation in several Latin American countries by the Mexican group Las Moscas. Other singers like Tom Jones, the renowned Italian singer Mina, and the Latin American Jennifer Lopez have also recorded the song.
I got this on a mountain top, was burning like a silver flame.
Shining up beauty she was, and Venus was her name. She's got it, yeah baby, she's got it. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, I'm your desire.
So, let me know if you've heard these other versions, including the Spanish version, and what you think of them. Both the original version by Shocking Blue and Bananarama's interpretation have their own distinct qualities. While the original version captures the psychedelic vibe and mysterious aura of the 60s, Bananarama's reinterpretation brings a more energetic and dance-oriented approach, typical of the 80s. Both versions have proven to be captivating and timeless, remaining relevant even decades after the original release. Venus continues to be an unforgettable song that transcends genres and generations. Its captivating melody, memorable lyrics, and powerful vocal performances make it a true musical treasure, a lasting legacy that showcases the strength and resilience of this song. Regardless of your favorite version, the song will continue to enchant and inspire future generations, proving that the power of music is truly timeless. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please follow our channel by subscribing and sharing the videos with your friends. Take care, everyone, and until next time.